The polling guru warned that while reform was damaging the Conservative vote, the Greens and Lib Dems were similarly squeezing Labour. Sir Keir Starmer's Labour Party slipped the same number of points as the Conservatives this week, according to Sir John Curtice. While several headlines discussed the electoral extinction of the Tories, the polling guru said that both Labour and the Tories fell by 2 points in his poll of polls. The professor of politics at the University of StrathcIyde told the BBC that Labour's support fell from 43% to 41%. In a warning sign that the support may be starting to slip for Labour ahead of the July 4 vote, Sir John explained, Labour did not have had it all their own way this week. Like the Conservatives, their support is also down by 2 points. Labour are being challenged by the Greens, who are on 6%, and the Liberal Democrats, who are up on every poll this week and stand at 12%. Sir John said that Labour could be squeezed from the left ahead of the vote. In their manifesto launch this week, the Green Party made clear it aims to put pressure on a future Labour government, with the NHS, housing, and climate at the forefront of its pitch. Sunbury, the party's candidate in Brighton Pavilion, said, "It's a strategy to demonstrate how we will challenge Labour in Parliament as well." Kelly Beaver, boss of the polling firm Ipsos, noted that a sizable chunk of voters who are considering backing Labour, but not yet committed, say they would think about the Green Party. Meanwhile, the Lib Dems have vowed this week to push a Labour government to adopt more radical policies on tax, welfare and bringing Britain closer to the EU. Despite the pressure from the left, Labour's lead is still far ahead of the Tories, who sit on just 20%. Sir John said, Conservative support is now at its lowest ever in British polling history. A new surveyation poll published for the Sunday Telegraph suggested that the Conservatives could end up with just 72 seats after the next general election. Meanwhile, the poll claimed that voters would hand Labour 456 seats, a majority of 262 seats in Parliament. Meanwhile, in a sign that Nigel Farage wants to become the main opposition party and go on the attack against Labour, Reform UK are set to unveil their manifesto tomorrow in Wales. Mr Farage said he chose Wales as the location for the manifesto launch because it shows everyone exactly what happens to a country when Labour is in charge.